the king's sword, the emperor's spear, to forge a set of epic gear in reality. Which treasures must be found? My esteemed lord, greetings, great warrior. I am your loyal advisor, Shin Bai. I have noticed that mediocre gear is no longer worthy of your valor. As for the divine weapons of legend, they are too illusory. They may not even exist. Today, from real-world gems, I will select a set of gear worthy of you. Let's start from the top. Quite literally, from the head. In the world of cold weapons, a helmet is not just crucial protection. It also reflects the wearer's status. The helmet I have chosen for you is this Anglo-Saxon helmet from Britain, the Sutton Hoo helmet. It was unearthed in 1939 from the Sutton Hoo ship burial. It is now in room 41 of the British Museum. It likely belonged to a 7th century king of East Anglia in Britain, Ridwold. This helmet is exquisitely decorated. It offers protection and symbolizes the king's status. In a way, it also serves as a crown. The helmet is iron with tin-plated bronze panels. Inlays on the mask form the eyebrows, a mustache, and a nose, along with the crest on the helmet's ridge. They form the shape of a flying dragon. The helmet's surface is carved with rich patterns. There are 5 designs in total. The first shows warriors with swords and spears. The second, cavalry trampling fallen soldiers. The third is unrecognizable due to damage. The fourth and fifth are intertwining, serpent-like creatures. Biomorphic pattern. In both status and symbolism, this helmet is worthy of a warrior like you. In close combat, neck protection is crucial. So, I have chosen for you a gorget. It once belonged to King Philip II of Spain. Today, it's in New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. This gorget is made of steel, bronze, leather, and gold. The inlaid gold threads and floral damascene give it an elegant and noble look, a worthy fit for your noble shoulders. Next, I have selected for you a suit of armor once owned by Adolf, Count of Schwarzenberg. It will protect your powerful physique. This is a suit of Milanese-style full-plate armor. It belonged to a field marshal of the Holy Roman Empire, Adolf, Count of Schwarzenberg. It is now housed in Vienna, Austria, in the armory of the Kunsthistorisches Museum. It was forged by the famous 16th century Milanese armorer Pompeo della Sesa. The gold patterns on the black, etched iron, are both gorgeous and understated. This poised and luxurious armor perfectly matches your noble spirit. Footwear with both protection and comfort will also aid you in your great cause. Never reveal an Achilles heel to your enemies. I recommend the duck-billed sabatons of the Holy Roman Emperor Ferdinand I. They are now in the Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna. They were made by the Innsbruck armorer Jürg Sussenhofer and the etcher Degen Percher. The toes of these shoes are flat, resembling a duck's bill. They have engraved patterns and gilded etchings. The upper section uses fine chainmail, ensuring comfort for the foot. I trust they will give you an edge in battle when you charge into the fray. Your warhorse is your closest companion. So, not only do you need armor, so does your beloved steed. The horse armor I recommend for you once belonged to Johann Ernst, Duke of Saxe-Coburg. Ernst. It is now in New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. It was crafted by the famed mid-16th century armorer, Kunz Lochner. He was one of the most renowned Nuremberg armorers of his time. Holy Roman emperors, the Dukes of Saxony, and the King of Poland were among his royal patrons. Helping others, this armor showcases Lochner's signature style. It bears the official mark of Nuremberg. The front is inscribed with the year 1548. The letters are a German acronym, meaning, in the name of Christ. I trust completely in Johann Ernst, Duke of Saxony. The barding is silver in base color, giving it a stern, noble look. Some areas use chainmail for flexibility and added defense. It was likely commissioned for the Duke's attendants at the Diet of Augsburg, convened by the Holy Roman Emperor, the Imperial Parliament. Paired with your divine steed, you will not only be invincible in battle, but also command respect at ceremonial events. Now that we've covered armor, let's move on to your weapons. A great warrior needs a weapon for both combat and ceremony. The sword I have chosen for you is no small matter. It is Joyeuse, the sword of Charlemagne, According to legend, this sword was forged to contain the spear of Longinus. Cast from the head, the material of the spearhead was melted into the pommel of the sword. The Song of Roland describes the sword this way. Charlemagne was wearing his fine, white mail, and his helm of gold stone steel. By his side hung Joyeuse, and no sword could ever match it. It changed color 30 times a day. Of course, these are only ancient legends, but surprisingly, this sword still exists today. Housed in the Louvre, this Joyeuse can be traced back to around the 13th century. It was once a sacred relic, used in the coronation of French kings. Its earliest recorded appearance was in 1270, at the coronation of King Philip III. At the coronation, of course, people at the time likely believed the sword was passed down from the age of Charlemagne. Using it to crown the kings of France was therefore perfectly fitting. However, the sword that exists today is a composite of parts from different eras. Combination. The Louvre officially states the sword's pommel is from the 10th–11th centuries, the crossguard is from the 12th century, and the scabbard is from the 13th century. Some scholars believe the blade itself dates to the 10th century. Of course, even if it's not the original sword of Charlemagne. Between prisons, as the coronation sword of French kings, it is still worthy of your renown. Although this sword is ornate and can be used in close combat, in a true battle, you still need a primary polearm. For this, I have chosen the lance that belonged to the Holy Roman Emperor, Frederick III. It was later passed to his son, the famous Emperor Maximilian I. This lance is now in the Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna. In the armory, the head of the lance features exquisite open-work carving. It is carved with lifelike birds and female figures. Graffiti. For your ranged weapon, I have prepared the crossbow of Ulrich V, Count of Württemberg. It is housed in New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. This is the earliest surviving complete and datable crossbow in existence, the earliest one in real life. It is dated to 1460. Its tiller is inlaid with staghorn. It's engraved with the coats of arms of Württemberg and Savoy. Chapter. It belonged to Ulrich V, Count of Württemberg, and his third wife, Princess Margaret of Savoy. Above the trigger, a German blessing is written in Hebrew letters. It's rare to see Hebrew script on a Christian's personal item. It means, hold to God, become noble. A crossbow with such beauty and practicality will surely make you a master marksman. Besides weapons and armor, a sturdy shield is also a reliable companion. I recommend the shield of King Henry II of France, Shield of the World. It is in New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. The front of this shield has intricate and detailed engravings. The central battle scene depicts Hannibal and the Carthaginians defeating the Romans at the Battle of Cannae into 16 BC. Why would a French king's shield show the defeat of Rome? It's likely a subtle reference to France's 16th century conflict with the Holy Roman Empire. In the ribbon patterns on the edge, the letters H and C are intertwined. They represent King Henry II and Queen Catherine. It also likely includes a D for the king's mistress, Diane de Poitiers. Crescents are also set between the letters. The king's personal emblem, a kingly shield such as this, will surely block any enemy's attack. Finally, some ornaments to show your status and taste are also essential for a noble warrior like you. It is also essential. First, I recommend the Tara brooch. It has a classic Celtic art style from late 7th to early 8th century Ireland. This brooch is the most complex and ornate of its kind. It was likely a clasp for a high-ranking cleric's cloak, a ceremonial badge for an Irish dignitary, or it may have belonged to the High King of Ireland. Today, it is in the National Museum of Ireland. I believe the most fitting place for it is upon your cloak. For your finger, you will need this ring, which belonged to John, a Spathrios, of the Byzantine Empire. It is in New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. The inscription on the gold ring means, Lord, help your servant. John, Imperial Proto-Spathrios, Amen. The rank of Spathrios was a high honor in the empire. So, its owner, like you, must have been a brave and noble warrior. Please inherit his will. And wear this ring. Finally, I recommend this Byzantine gold belt. It is also in New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. This is a belt made of gold coins and medallions linked together. 4 of them are engraved with the image of Emperor Maurice Tiberius. One is a coin of Theodosius II, and 4 medallions of Justin I and Justinian I. All coins bear the letters Conub, short for Constantinopolis Obrism, meaning they are pure gold coins, minted in Constantinople. Now, quickly fasten it around your waist. Your set of epic gear is now complete. From this day forward, you shall be invincible like a demigod. Invincible. Of course, if you find this mixed style unusual, pay no mind to the details. If I have the chance, I will find more epic gear for you and offer other suitable combinations. Until next time.